Friends, welcome back to my channel and also to the live session. This live session mainly aims to score 50 plus marks in SSLC exam 2022 for the subject mathematics. Students, many of the important, very important questions will be discussed. Most of the questions or the concepts definitely you can expect for the exam. So do attend the complete session and also have a notebook with pen and pencil and geometry box with you. When I start solving the question, you can solve with me, and the students, those who have already learnt these questions, you can do it as a revision class. Students, you have 4 days of gap for SSLC exam 2020, that is mathematics SSLC exam 2022. So make use of this complete 4 days. Definitely I've shared all the worksheet. If you solve all the worksheet and the questions from the textbook, definitely you can score very good marks in your exam. And also don't forget to subscribe the channel. Do subscribe the channel and also join my Telegram group. In these 4 days, whatever the important concepts and problems whatever I've left, I'll be posting in my YouTube channel, and also I can come live session to clear the doubts, and also I'll be doing the revision classes so that it will be very useful for you to score very good marks in your exam. First of all, have the mindset that maths exam will be easy and you can score very good marks in your exam. Now we'll be solving the problems, so do make a note, do start solving, and all the worksheet I've shared in my Telegram group. Download the Telegram group, make a copy of it, and you can start solving. If you can't make a copy of it, at least in the mobile itself you can check the questions and you can solve it. And more importantly, watch the preparatory and model paper key answers, and also go through the model paper and preparatory papers which I have already shared in my YouTube channel. Now we'll be solving the important questions. Definitely all these questions will be very important for the exam. Students, the first question is find the sum of first 20 terms of 2 plus 7 plus 12 using the formula. Many a times this kind of question has been repeated in the exam. So students, first of all, what you should do, always write the what? The given AP. Always write down the given AP. What is the given AP? That is in the question itself, 2 plus 7 plus 12 and so on. We need to find the sum of 20 terms. Therefore, find out the first term, then the common difference D, and n it will be given in the question itself. We need to find out S20, sum of 20 terms. What is the first term? First term is 2. What is the common difference? Difference of two consecutive terms, 7 minus 2 or 12 minus 7 will get 5. Then we need to find out sum of 20 terms. Therefore, n equals 20. Now, the sum of AP is given by the formula. Do repeat with me. Sn equals n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Students, make a note of this formula. Very important question. Sn equals n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now, S replace n by 20. That is 20 by 2 into 2 times what is the value of a is 2 plus n value is 20 minus 1 into d is 5. Yes, 20 equals, now 2 ones are 2 tens are. If you can divide it, then you divide it, otherwise keep as it is. Now 10 times 2 into, first you have to do multiplication. Remember student, first you have to do multiplication. 2 into 2 is 4. Then simplify what is there inside the bracket. 20 minus 1 is 19 into 5 as it is. Now yes, 20 equals 10 into 4 as it is. Now first multiply, then what are the answer you get? You multiply, add with 4. 19 into 5. Multiply 19 and 5. What we get is 95. Now you add it. Yes, 20 equals 10 times 4 plus 95 is 99. Yes, 20. Now multiply 10 into 99 is 990. Therefore, sum of 20 terms of the given AP is 990. Students, very simple questions. To score 2 marks, that is SN equals, using the formula SN equals n by 2, 2 times A plus n minus 1 into D. Students, this kind of questions I have already shared in the worksheet, so do try to solve all the problems, that is finding the sum of 30 terms of the AP 3 plus 7 plus 11 using the formula. First write down the given AP, then find out the A, that is first term, D common difference, and the value of n which will be in the question itself, and using the formula Sn equals n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Using that formula you can find out the sum of 30 terms of the AP. In the same way, one more question. So I've been included many practice questions. If you practice all these questions, definitely you can score 2 out of 2 marks in the exam. Now in your pocket you have 2 marks. If you learn to find the sum of n terms, definitely the 2 marks will be in your pocket. Students, moving to next question. Find the 20th term of the arithmetic progression 6, 10, 14 using the formula. Now always I told you that first write down the AP 6, 10, 14 and so on. What is the first step? The first term, then the common difference D, then the value of n. What is the first term is 6. Common difference D is 10 minus 6 is 4. We need to find out the 20th term, therefore n equals 20. Now we understand the difference between sum and finding the term. If they ask you to find the sum of 20 terms, we need to use SN formula. Here you need to find out the 20th term. Therefore, which formula we should use? We should use the nth term formula. An equals A plus n minus 1 into D. Definite 2 mark question. So using nth term formula, An, very simple question and simple formula for 2 marks. An equals A plus n minus 1 into D. Now A20 equals, what is A? A is 6 plus n value is 20 as it is, minus 1 into D is what? 4. Now A20 equals, now students keep 6 as it is. Many of the students what they'll add 6 plus 20. No, first you should simplify what is there inside the bracket. Now 20 minus 1 is 19 into 4. Now A20 equals 6 plus, first you should multiply. Now multiply 19 into 4. What we get is 76. Now A20 equals 76 plus 6 is, we get 82. Very simple question. The paper will be very easy, just you need practice. You should feel that maths is easy, then only you will be able to solve the questions. First you should learn the formulas, then understand the question, then you should apply the formula, then you should simplify it to get the answer. In the same way, we'll try to solve one more question. We need to find out the 15th term of the arithmetic progression 3, 8, 13. What is the first step? First step is write down the AP 3, 8, 13 and so on. Student, do watch the complete session. Many of the important concept and question will be discussed. A equals what? 3. Then D equals 8 minus 3 is 5. Now then value of n is 15. We need to find the 15th term, therefore n equals 15. Which formula I will be using? I use an equals a plus n minus 1 into d. An equals a plus n minus 1 into d. Now a 15 equals, that is n value is 15, a is what? 3 plus n value is 15 minus 1 into d is 5. Now a 15 equals 3 plus 15 minus 1 is 14 into 5. Now a 15 equals 3 plus, now multiply 14 into 5, multiply 14 into 5, we will get 70. Now a 15 equals 73. Students, with this I have included few practice questions. Find the 12th term of the arithmetic progression 5, 10, 15 using the formula. Find the 10th term of the arithmetic progression 2, 7, 12. Practice questions are very important. Do try to find out the answers and also do discuss with your teachers. You have 4 days of gap. You can clear the doubts with your teacher and also you can message me in my Telegram group. Students, you have learnt 2 important concepts, finding the sum of n terms and also finding the nth term. These 2 concepts are very important for 2 and 2 marks, for 2 mark question. Now we'll try to solve a pair of linear equation, finding the solution of pair of linear equation by elimination method. Very simple questions will be asked in the exam. Now first step is find or write the equations. What is the first equation? X plus y equals 8. Consider this as equation 1. Next is 2x minus y equals 7. This is second equation. Now what you need to do? Since you can cancel plus y and minus y, add equation 1 and 2. Add equation 1 and 2. What we get? X plus y equals 8. 2x minus y equals 7. Plus y minus y will cancel. Now x plus 2x is 3x equals 8 plus 7 is 15. Now we get x equals 15 by 3. Now we get x equals what? 5. 3 1s are 3 5s are. Now we get x as what? 5. Now put this x value in either equation 1 or 2. I'll put it in 1. Equation 1. Now what I get? Equation becomes 5 plus y equals 8. Y equals 8 minus 5. Y equals 3. Very simple question to score 2 marks. Finding the solution of a pair of linear equation by elimination method. One more equation, you can try it. Do write the question and try it, and we'll check the answer. The 2 equations are, first equation x plus y equals 8, equation 1. Next, x minus y equals 6, equation 2. Now what you can do? Add 1 and 2. What I get? X plus y equals 8. x minus 6 x minus y equals 6. Now what you get, plus y minus y we cancel, x plus x is 2x equals 8 plus 6 is 14. Now x equals 14 by 2, we get x as 2 ones are 2 sevens are, therefore x equals 7. Now substitute the value of x equals 7 in equation 1. Put x equals 7 in 1. What I get? 7 plus y equals 8. Y equals 8 minus 7. Shift plus 7 to RHS, it becomes minus 7. Y equals 8 minus 7 is 1. Students, in the same way you can try this question. X minus y equals 14. X minus y equals 4 and 2x plus y equals 14. Do try out this question. Another practice question, 2x plus y equals 8, x minus y equals 7 by elimination method. All these worksheets I have already shared in my Telegram group. Do try to solve all these questions, students. Moving to next question, very important and definite question. I am seeing this solving a quadratic equation by quadratic formula. This is very important question and definite question. Students, first step is again write down the quadratic given quadratic equation, 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal, this is the quadratic, it's in the standard form. In case the equation is not in the standard form, convert it into the what? Standard form. Now what you can do, first find out the coefficient a, b and c. Write down the quadratic equation, then find out the coefficients a, b and c. Finding the coefficients will fetch you half marks. A equals what? The coefficient of x square is 2, that is a equals 2. Coefficient of x is minus 5, b is minus 5. Be careful with the negative symbol, and c is what? 3, the constant. Now the next step is write the formula. X equals minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. X equals minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now x equals, b value is what? Minus 5. Already we have one minus in the formula. Again b value is minus 5 plus or minus square root of b square is what? Minus 5 whole square minus 4 into a is what? 2, c is 3 whole divided by 2 into a is what? 2. Students, do repeat the formula and try to write at least 10 times and learn this quadratic formula. Definite question for your exam. Now x equals minus into minus becomes what? Plus 5 plus or minus square root of minus 5 whole square, we get minus into minus plus 5 into 5 is 25 minus 4 2s are 8, 8 into 3 is 24 whole divided by 2 times 2 is 4. Now 5 or plus 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 24 is 1 whole divided by 4. Now x equals 5 square root of 1 is what? It is 1 divided by 4. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 4 is what? 2. The same way square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 16 is 4. The same way, at least try to learn up to the 20 numbers. Now consider the plus value ones, 5 plus 1 by 2 and one more time negative term, that is negative value. X equals 5 minus 1 by 2. Now what I get, I will be solving here. X equals 5 plus 1 is 6 by 2, or 5 minus 1 is 4. X equals 4 by 2. We get x equals 6 by 2 is 3, 4 by 2 is 2. Therefore, we get x equals 2 or x equals 3. Students, a similar question for the practice. Do write down the question. Write down the coefficients a, b and c. What is the coefficient of x square? B. Repeat loudly, coefficient x square is 1. What is the coefficient of x is? B value is 5. Then constant c equals 6. A equals 1, b equals 5, c equals 6. Then write down the quadratic formula. X equals minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Substitute the value of a, b and c. Then simplify, you'll get the answer. In the same, we have one more practice question. 3x square minus 7x plus 4 equals 0. What are the coefficients? Coefficients are what? A equals 3, b equals minus 7, c equals 4. Now write down the quadratic formula. Simplify, you'll get the answer. Student, this worksheet I have already shared. Do try to solve the complete questions. Next question. X square plus 7x plus 12 equals 0. A value is 1. What is the value of b? It is 7. Try to be more interactive. Think that I am sitting in front of you. Try to answer the question. A value is 1, b value is 7, c value is 12. Write down the quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula? X equals minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Students, moving to next question. Very important question. Find the discriminant of the quadratic equation, and also we should write the nature of roots. Students, we know that discriminant delta equals b square minus 4ac. Discriminant delta equals, or capital D equals b square minus 4ac if the value of discriminant delta is greater than 0 or equal to 0 or less than 0. If it is greater than 0, that means the roots are real and distinct. That means the roots will be real and distinct. If the delta discriminant value is equal to 0, that means roots are equal. The roots are equal. If the delta is lesser than 0, that means roots are not real. If delta is greater than 0, roots are real and equal. If delta equals 0, the roots are equal. If delta is lesser than 0, the roots are not equal. Based on this condition, delta is lesser than 0, you can expect 2 mark question finding the value of k. That means by equating b square minus 4ac equals 0, we can find out the value of k. That is also 2 mark important question. We'll check this similar question. Now we'll try to find out the discriminant of the given quadratic equation, and also we'll find out the nature of roots. Students, what you can do is, again, very important question, what you can do is, first write down the quadratic equation. It is 2x square plus 3x minus 7 equals 0. What is the value of a? A equals 2, b equals 3 and c equals what? Minus 7. Now delta, discriminant delta equals b square minus 4ac. Formulas are very important. Without knowing the formula, we cannot solve the question. At least if you write the formula and steps are incorrect, you will get the marks. At least half of the marks you will get. Now discriminant delta equals b square minus 4ac. Now delta equals, substitute the value of a, b and c. B square is 3 square minus 4 into a value is 2, c value is minus 7. Now delta equals 3 square is 9. Now minus into minus becomes what? Plus. 4 2s are, now multiply 4 into 2 is what? 8. 8 into 7 is 56. Now delta 9 plus 56, what we get is 65. Now I got delta equals what? Or discriminant delta equals 65. Now we can check the value of delta is greater than 0, right? It is, the 65 value is greater than 0. That means the roots are real and distinct. The roots are real and distinct. Very simple question. The questions are very simple, student. Just you need a practice to solve all these questions. In the same way, you can find out the discriminant of the quadratic equation 3x square minus 5x plus 2 equals 0, and you can find out the nature of roots. What students try to solve all these questions, practice questions, so that it will be easy for you to solve the questions in the exam. So find out the value of a, b and c. A equals 3, b equals minus 5, c equals 2. Discriminant delta is what? Repeat the formula to find out the discriminant. Delta equals b square minus 4ac equals 0. Substitute the value of a, b and c and simplify it. You will find out the value of discriminant. If it is greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. Equal to 0, roots are equal. If it is less than 0, that means the roots are the roots are imaginary, not real. All these questions are very important. Many of the questions are most repeated questions in the board exam. All these questions I have picked from previous year question papers. So do try to solve all these questions, students. I have told you that finding the value of k given condition is what? Equal roots. These questions are very important. This can be asked in 1 mark also or in 2 mark. Find out the, first write down the equation kx square plus 6x plus 1 equals, this is the given quadratic equation. What is the value of a, b and c? What is the value of a, b, c? A is k, b is 6, c is 1. Now what is the condition they are given? Roots are equal. That means delta discriminant will be equal to 0. Given condition is what? Delta equals 0. What is the value of discriminant? That is b square minus 4ac equals 0. Now substitute the value of ABC. B square is 6 square minus 4 into A is k. C is what? 1 equals 0. 6 square is 36 minus 4 into k is 4k into 1 is 4k equals 0. Now shift minus 4k to RHS, it becomes plus 4k equals what? 36. Now k equals 36 by 4. Now 36 by 4 we get k equals 9. Therefore the value of k is what? 9. Students, hopefully all these questions are becoming easy for you. Do see, students, the live session can go up for another 30 or 1 hour, but if you are able to watch complete video, that means within this 1 hour you will feel the confidence that you will be able to solve these questions. Try to watch again and again, try to solve it, try to understand and try to solve it. Try to attempt all the questions in the exam. Don't feel that applications of trigonometry is difficult, surface area and volumes are difficult. Don't do that. First start with the concept which you feel easy, then try to solve questions from other unit also, but try to attempt all the questions in your exam. Students, you can try out this question. Find the value of k for the equation 2x square plus kx plus 3 equals 0. What is the condition? The condition is equal roots. Equal roots means discriminant will be equal to 0. Another important question. Find the distance between the point 2, 3 and 6, 6. Now The first step is write down the given point. The given point are 2, 3 and 6, 6. Mark it as x1, y1, x2, y2. What is the value of x1 is 2, y1 is 3, x2 is 6, y2 is also 6. Now what is the distance formula? Do repeat with me if you know. Do repeat loudly. D equals square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. D equals square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now substitute the value of x1, y1, x2, y2. What is x2? x2 is 6. x1 is 2. 6 minus 2 whole square. Here you can see it is plus here. Many of the students while evaluating the paper they'll write minus. x2 here it is minus. And in between you have is plus. 6 minus 2 whole square plus y2 is 6, y1 is 3. 6 minus 3 whole square. D equals square root of 6 minus 2 is 4 square plus 6 minus 3 is 3 square. Now 4 square is 4 into 4, that is 4 into 4 is 16 plus 3 square is 9. Now D equals square root of 16 plus 9. What we get is 25. Now D equals square root of 25 is 5, and also you should write the units, that is D equals 5 units. Students, do repeat the formula with me. Try to list all these formulas in a separate sheet so that you can do revision before going to exam. Formulas are very important. The distance between the 2 points is given by the formula D equals square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So you can find out the distance between the points 3, 1 and 6, 2 by using the distance formula. I'll solve this question as it contains negative value. What is the first step? But the first step is write down the points minus 5, 7 and minus 1, 3. What is x1, y1, x2, y2. Now students, the distance between the 2 points equals what? Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. x2 is what? Minus 1. Minus, here you write the formula of minus as it is. x1 is minus 5. Do write neatly and also be careful when you have the negative values. Here it has, this term has 3 negative signs, that is x2 value is minus 1 as it is, formula minus, and x1 is minus 5 plus y2 is what? 3, y1 is 7 whole square. D equals square root of, now minus into minus plus, now minus 1 plus 5 whole square plus 3 minus 7 is minus 4, because you are subtracting a bigger number from smaller number. Now D equals minus 1 plus 5 is 4 plus 4 square and minus 4 square. What we get? 4 square is 16, and also minus 4 square is also 16. Now I can write as 16 into 2. 16 plus 16 is 16 into 2, or you can write as 32 also. Again 32 can be written as 16 into 2. D equals square root of 16 is 4, root 2 remaining as it is. What we get? D equals 4 root 2 units. D equals 4 root 2 units. And very important question for 2 marks, very simple question. Draw a line segment AB equals 6 cm and divide it in the ratio. Now first use ruler and draw a what? A line segment measuring what? 6 cm. Name it as A and B. What is the ratio? Ratio is 3:4. Now add the ratio. What we get is 7. Now draw an ray, acute angle ray. And how many arcs we should draw? Arc length can be of any measure. You can take approximately around 1.5 centimeter. Cut 7 arcs: A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. That will be of equal length. That is A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 and A7. Now what we should do? Join the last arc point to the point B. Now from point A7 cut an arc. In the same way, cut an arc from the point 3 of same length. Now measure this arc length. From this point, cut an arc of this length. Now pass a line joining A3 and also this point. Now AB line segment divided into two parts, AC and CB, and measure the parts. In the same way, you can solve. Draw a line segment 8 cm and divide it in the ratio 2:3. 7 cm divided in the ratio 3:2. And next important question, where many of the students what they feel difficult, but definitely it is not a difficult concept. Students, see here, it is a right angle triangle, right? It is a right angle triangle. See here, we have two acute angles, right? One is angle R, another is angle P. Now with respect to angle P, the opposite is what? 4, or we can say RQ. Adjacent is QP. And hypotenuse will remain same, that is the longest side RP. Now with respect to angle R, opposite is QP and adjacent is what? QR or RQ. Right? Students, given right angle triangle, they'll give the values. Just you need to write down the trigonometric ratios. Now we have 6 trigonometric ratios, right? Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. If you remember these three, then other three can be easily written. Sin theta is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. At least in the exam you should write the trigonometric ratio. Students, here what we need to find out is sin P. Sin P is what? What is the ratio of sine? It is opposite by hypotenuse. What is with respect to angle P? The opposite is what? RQ. Hypotenuse is RP. What is RQ is 4. Hypotenuse is 5. Very simple, right? Then what you need to find out? It is tan R. Tan R is opposite by adjacent. With respect to R, you should find out. With respect to R, opposite is QP. Adjacent is RQ. What is QP? It is 3. Adjacent is 4. So therefore, sin P equals 4 by 5 and tan R equals 3 divided by 4. In the same way, cos P and cosecant R. Cos P is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Cosecant R is reciprocal of sine, that is hypotenuse divided by opposite. With respect to P, what is adjacent? Adjacent is 3. Hypotenuse is 5. Cosecant R, hypotenuse is same, that is 5. With respect to R, Angle R opposite is 3. Therefore, what I get is 5 by 3. In the same way, you can try out this question. Find the value of secant P and cot R. Secant P is reciprocal of cos and cot is the reciprocal of tan ratio. So here I'll solve this question. We need to find out sin alpha and tan theta. Respective of angle, sin is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Tan is opposite by adjacent. With respect to alpha, what is opposite? It is 2. Hypotenuse is what? Root 5. With respect to theta, opposite is 1 and adjacent is what? 2. Therefore, sin alpha is 2 by root 5, tan theta is 1 by root 2. Students, with this you should learn circle tangent theorem. Tangents drawn from external point to a circle are equal. Very important 3-mark question. You can try out this question. From the given figure, find the value of sin theta and tan alpha. Directly you can write the answers. These are few extra practice questions. How many 2-digit numbers are clearly divisible by 3? So 2-digit number will start from 10, then 11 and so on. What is the last 2-digit number? It is 99. Now divide 10 by 3. The remainder will be what? It will not be 0. Therefore, that means 10 is not divisible by 3. Next, divide 11 by 3. It is not divisible. Then divide 12 by 3. Yes, it is divisible by 3. Next, after 12, 13 is not divisible. 14 is not divisible. 15 is divisible by 3. Next number is what? 15. Now 15 plus 3 is 18. And what is the last term here? It is 99. Now divide 99 by 3. Yes, it is divisible by 3. Therefore, the last term will be 99. This is how you form the AP. You should divide. If you get the remainder 0, that means it is divisible. Otherwise, it is not divisible. You should form the AP. Then find out the value of A is 12. What is the value of D? D is 15 minus 12 is 3. Now, what is the value of N is what? The last term is what? 99. N value we should find out. Using which formula? AN equals A plus N minus 1 into D. What is AN? AN is 99 equals A is what? 12 plus N minus is as it is N minus 1 into D is 3. Now shift this 12 to RHS. 99 minus 12, that is LHS. To shift plus 12 to LHS, you can minus 12. Now N minus 1 into 3 as it is. 99 minus 12, 87 we will get equals N minus 1. Cross multiply, we get 87 by 3. Now N minus 1 equals 87 by 3. Divide 87 by 3, what we get? 87 divided by 3, we get 29. Shift minus 1 to RHS, it becomes N equals 29 plus 1. Therefore, N equals what? 30. Therefore, 32-digit numbers are divisible by 3. Where find whether 130 is a term of the arithmetic progression. This can be solved by using AN formula. Take 130 as the nth term, and if you get n as a whole number, that means it is a term, otherwise it is not a term. You can try it. Find the sum of first 100 positive integers using the formula. Student, this is 1 mark question. I already have posted the video solving all the complete 1 mark question. You can check out and learn the 1 mark questions. And these questions are very simple and it will be asked for 2 marks. Represent the following statement in the form of pair of linear equation. 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost what? Rupees 50. And 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost 46. So 5 pencils plus 7 pens. So that is 5x plus 7y equals what? 50. Another equation will be 7x plus 5y equals what? 46. Very simple question to get 2 marks. Already the cost of each pencil will be x. Cost of each pen, you can write the statement, cost of one pencil equals x. In the same way, cost of one pen is what? Y. Therefore 5x plus 7y equals 50. In the same way, 7x plus 5y equals 46. The difference of two numbers is, let the first number be x. You should write the statement, let the first number be x, second number be y. Difference of two numbers 26, that is x minus y equals 26. Then one number is thrice the other, that is x equals thrice the other number, that is x equals 3 into y. Finding the midpoint of the line joining the points. Midpoint, first write down the point 4, 5 and 6, 9. Students, mark it as x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now the midpoint of the line joining the points is given by the formula. At least based on this midpoint, 1 mark question or 2 mark question will be as x2 plus x1 by 2 or y2 plus y1 by 2. Midpoint of line joining the points is given by the formula p of x comma equals x2 plus x1 by 2 or y2 plus y1 by 2. P of x comma y equals, what is x2? x2 is 6, x1 is 4 divided by 2, comma y2 is 9 plus y1 is 5 whole divided by 2. Now 6 plus 4 is what? 10 by 2, or 9 plus 5 is 14 by 2. 10 by 2 is 5, 14 by 2 is 7. Therefore the required point is 5, 7. The same way you can try out few questions. Find the midpoint of line joining the points 8, 5 and 2, 11. Students, almost we have completed most important questions for 2 marks. Now we'll see few important 3 mark, 4 mark and also 5 mark question. Don't feel that 3 mark, 4 mark and 5 mark question will be difficult. Try to solve the questions. Try to understand the concept. Definitely you can attempt all the questions and score above 50 marks easily by practicing all these questions. Students, next important 4 mark question is construct a triangle of side 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm whose corresponding sides are 3 by 5 of the sides of the first triangle. Very simple construction for 4 marks. Do it, make a note of it. Try to construct the triangle, similar triangle. Similar question, construct a triangle of sides 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm. Then construct another triangle whose corresponding sides are 3 by 7 of the first triangle. First what you need to do is construct the triangle with sides 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm. Then what is the ratio or the scale factor? It is 3 by 7. How many arcs you should cut? You should cut 7 arcs. Out of 3 and 7, what is the highest number? It is 7. Therefore, you should cut 7 arcs and you should join. Whatever the number is there in the denominator, you should join to the point B of the triangle. Students, if you feel this, if you are not able to understand this question, do discuss with your friends. And also I have posted a video how solving problems on construction. You can check it out. But it is a definite 4 mark question. Next, construct a pair of tangent to a circle of radius 4 cm from a point 9 cm away. First what you can do, construct what? A radius of circle what? 4 cm from the center O. Draw 9 cm line. Consider it as point B. From point O, take more than half using compass. Cut an arc on both sides. From the point B, cut an arc without changing the length. Join the line. Considering this point as center, I'll call it as A and AP as radius. Draw a circle. Then what you can do, the two circles are intersecting at this point, join to what? I'll call this as x and y. Px and py are the required tangents. Slowly you can try it out. Similar question: construct a pair of tangents to a circle of radius 5 cm from a point 10 cm away from its center. Draw a circle of radius 5 cm, then from the center draw a 10 cm line. Student, at least for drawing the circles you'll get half marks in the exam. At least you can draw the circle from the center, draw a line segment what, 10 cm, then both the points draw a perpendicular line, then taking it as the center and the radius, draw the circle where two circles intersect each other, join the points, you'll get the required tangents. Students, next important 3-mark question is Ogive question. First, students, if they directly give less than 50, less than 20, no need to calculate what CF. CF will be already given in the question. Now for this question, CF is already given. Now what you do, just find out the points 50, 2, that is 50 and 2. Next 75, 4, 100, 9. List the points, and using graph sheet, what you can do, on the x-axis, it is upper limits, on y-axis it is CF. Scale according to what, the value of the limits and also the cumulative frequency, you can take the scale. So just plot the, what are the points you get here, just plot the points, you will get what, less than Ogive. In the same way you can do it for more than Ogive. Students, I think already all these questions, this question you have already learnt. Try to take a printout of the sheet whatever is said and try to solve it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I'll make a separate video on Ogive. Already I have made a video, you can check it out. Students, target 60 plus video which I have posted 1 month back, very important, do try to check out that. Same question, drawing what, less than type Ogive. The points are 100, 0. First find out the points 100, 0. Already they have given the directly the cumulative frequency 120, 8, 140, 20. Next 160, 34, 180, 44, then 200, 50. Plot these points on the graph sheet. On the x-axis we have upper limits, on the y-axis we have the cumulative frequency using proper scale. You will get simple question to score 3 marks. Students, calculating the mean, median or mode. Definite 3-mark question. Try to solve all these questions. First what you need to do is find out the class mark x, that is addition of upper limit plus lower limit by 2. Next multiply fi xi by using what, the formula mean x bar equals sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Using this formula you can easily calculate the mean. Students, I already have solved this question in target 60 plus video. That video link I'll be sharing in the description, you can check out. Students, and also I posted maximum videos on maximum concept. Try to watch all the other videos, try to learn, try to solve. At least I am expecting you all to score above 70. If you learn all this concept, definitely you can score above 70. Many of the students, they have asked me how much marks you would be able to score if you solve all those worksheets. With solving worksheet, if you understand the concept, And if you solve little extra questions from the textbook, definitely you can score very good marks. Find the mode. Mode formula is mode equals L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Very important 3 mark question. Mode equals L plus F1 minus F0 by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Very important and simple question to score 3 marks. Mean, median or mode. And also students, I have posted 1 mark video. Try to solve all the questions. Definitely you can score more than out of 16 marks, that is 8 MCQs and 8 1 mark questions. If you check with the 1 marks video what I have solved, definitely you can score good marks. Students, next very important question for 3 marks on the topic construction, a bonus chapter for all the students where you can easily score 4 plus 3 plus 2, that is 9 marks easily. Construct a pair of tangents to a circle of radius 3 cm which are inclined to each other at an angle 70 degree. Draw a circle of radius 3 cm and given what the angle between the tangent is 70, you need to find out the angle between the radii, that is 180 minus 70, we get 110, which is the angle between the radii. Next, using the angle between the radii, you can easily draw the tangents. This video I've already posted, you can check it out. Very important 3 mark question. You can try all this question. Draw a pair of tangents to a circle of radius 4 cm which are inclined to each other at an angle 80 degree. Very important 4 mark question. Solving a pair of linear equation graphically. Very simple linear equations will be given. Student, don't neglect these questions. Very important 4 mark question. If you put little bit effort, you can score easily 4 out of 4 in this question. First, minimum 2 points is enough to draw a line. Students, I posted a video links PDF where the important concepts are discussed. You can check out in detail. Here the first equation, x plus y equals 0, assume the value of x, find out the value. If I assume x equals 0, y will be 5, and if I assume x as 2, you can take any values. If I assume x is 2, y will be 5 minus 2 will be 3. If I assume x as 4, now y value will be 1. In the same way, assume the value of x or y. Here I will assume the y value. If I assume y equals 0, x value will be 1. Now if I assume y value is 2, now minus 2 shifting to RHS, you can plus to 1 plus the 2 is 3. The same way, I'll assume y as 5. I'll get x equals 6. The same way you can try out the question, x plus y equals 5, 2x plus y equals 7, and many of the practice questions I have already discussed here. You can check out. First, you should have the table. For each table with plotting the points, you'll get 2 marks. If any one of the line is correct, 2 points. Then another line is correct, 2 marks. So intersection of with solution, total 4 marks. Try out all these questions, students. Don't neglect this question. Try to solve these questions. Solving a pair of linear equations graphically for 5 marks. Next, very important theorem. The lengths of tangent drawn from the external point to a circle are equal. Already I have posted this video. Definite 3 mark questions. Start with solving the theorem itself. Easily can score 8 marks. And also the statement of Pythagoras theorem or statement of Thales theorem will be asked. Otherwise, converse of Pythagoras theorem. Definitely a statement question will be there. Try to learn the statement. First you should draw the figure. From the figure you should write the data, and also to prove construction what you have done, then statement and reason. If you write it neatly with all these points, definitely 3 out of 3 you can score. Students, I've already posted this video, do check it out. Students, we have around 5 theorems for the exam. Next, the important theorem is state and prove Thales theorem for 5 marks. Try to practice n number of times until you learn it perfectly. State and prove Thales theorem and state and prove Pythagoras theorem. After learning these 3 theorems perfectly, then you can learn the other theorems. Give more importance to the theorems. Thales theorem, that is basic proportionality theorem, and state and prove Pythagoras theorem, then the other theorems. Until you learn perfectly, try to write many number of times, practice, and in the exam you can attempt this question at the beginning itself. Sorry for the disturbance, students. Next important 5 marks theorem is state and prove Pythagoras theorem. Try to learn all these theorems perfectly. Next important question is finding the area of the shaded region. Important 3 mark question, definite question. That questions will be very simple. Students, I'll solve this question in a separate video. I've already solved, I've uploaded one video, but what I'll do, since it is I've included few more questions, I'll be solving these questions in a separate video. Do try to check it and solve all the questions. Definitely you can score 3 out of 3 marks. Very simple question to score good marks. And also the next question, the questions from the unit coordinate geometry, those questions are very simple. Student, don't neglect these simple chapters. You can easily score. Finding the area of triangle, very simple 3 mark question. And also students, I'll be solving these questions separately based on areas related to circle and coordinate geometry. I'll post a separate video. Do try to solve those questions also. If you solve all these questions, definitely you can score good marks. After coming out of the exam hall, you'll feel that maths is a easy subject. So only if you practice the questions what I'm sharing, and also questions from the textbook. Find the value of k. Given points are collinear using the concept of collinearity, that is area of triangle equals 0. You can find out the value of k. Very simple 3 mark question. Students, what are the questions I'm not able to solve now? I'll be posting all those videos. Otherwise I'll go live session. Do subscribe the channel and try to solve all the questions. You have 4 days gap. If you put more effort, if you put your sincere effort, you can in these 4 days definitely you can do wonders. You can do well and you can score very good marks in mathematics. The question paper will be very easy. Already I have posted 1 mark question, 2 mark question, 3 mark, 4 mark and 5 mark questions. If you solve all these questions, definitely you can score good marks. Students, if you have any doubts, you can ask me, and also try to discuss with your teachers. And also friends, you have 4 days of gap. Try to solve, take each question or concept at a time. I'll be posting the questions on applications of trigonometry. Already I've posted, and application questions from the unit arithmetic progression. All these questions I'll be ending the live session soon now. And don't forget to subscribe the channel, and also do share with your friends, those who are in the need. At least let all the students, those who are writing SSLC exam 2022, pass the exam with scoring very good percentage. This is the intention of all the department officials, the teachers. Everyone wants you to score good marks and come out with the flying colors. Thank you for watching the live session, and hopefully what are the questions I've missed, I'll be posting all these questions. Already many of the important questions I've already uploaded in my YouTube channel. You can check it out.